my left, chilling with my man Key of Life Productions. Stay tuned to Key of Life Production.
Tune into Hip Hop is Real, man.
Stay tuned to Hip Hop is Real.
Subscribe to hiphopisreal.com.
Shout out to y'all, man, because y'all make it possible. I love y'all.
They are doing some monumental things.
Hip Hop is Real, you already know, man. That's my nigga.
Hip Hop is real, you hear me?
Right?
Bro.
Yo, what's up, world? It's your boy now is the God Key of Life Productions, back at it again with the Brother Herman Smalls, man. We're here at the Javis Center at this International Cannabis Association, Cannabis World Congress and Business Exposition, man. And Brother Smalls, I just want to say thank you for you know, contacting me and, you know, bringing me out here to even allowing me to see this new movement that's happening, and I only see me, you, and maybe 2 or 3 people that look like us that are involved in this situation. I truly appreciate it. This is an honor to have you on Key Life Productions again. How are you? And how's everything going?
I'm good, blessed, feeling just fantastic. I had to reach back out. The time when you interviewed me the first time, that was our first time meeting.
Yes.
But your energy from that day to this, you know, you've just always been interested in anything impacting our people, because I bounced a few things off you, and your first question was when and where, how can I get there? So that's the kind of energy, I'm gonna always try to bring in and be a part. And as you've noticed, we are kind of the very few black media that's here.
Yes.
And this is a big issue.
Yes.
This is the industry now. They're getting ready to open up the floodgates. And I had a chance to speak to former Governor Ventura, and I put it to him. I said, okay, are y'all ready to make this great opportunity now to help put some moral fiber behind this, and all those brothers in prison right now for doing nothing less than exchanging commerce related to cannabis.
Selling herbs.
Yes. Could we have an immediate release, and could that be the undercurrent and also the stand that's taken? He was in favor of it. So if we can be a part of the push for that, because even the sister who wrote the new Jim Crow. Do you recall the sister's name?
Jim Crow. I forgot the sister's name.
Okay, we're gonna probably put it up in the text.
Yes.
But she went into extensively how various laws are now utilized to, for lack of a better term, reinstitute the confines of
Michelle
slavery.
Alexander.
Michelle Alexander, that sister, and great. She has been the most recent voice.
Yes.
We've had voices that have made that correlation, but her time has been phenomenal. And for those who haven't read it, please read the new Jim Crow. That'll give you more insights as to this dynamic and why it's important for those, especially in social media. We have a voice. You know, the only things that will take place against us is usually when there's silence. You know, they will go and run rampant when they see there's no opposition. So the first thing we have to do is raise our voices. Second thing, put our feet on the ground and be a part of these events. You know, me and my brother here, we've been networking, we're getting cards. You know, we're not going to let any one opportunity come up that our people are not at the table, and we're not going to let an opportunity come up that we cannot use our voices to right or wrong. You know,
Brother Smalls,
yes.
I wanted to say, just being here today, I spoke to one of the guys from the Cannabis talk show, asking him some questions. He said an important point for me, just knowing a lot of my brothers, knowing a lot of brothers in my situation and other situations, he said the days of selling cannabis out of your house in the car is dead. He said there's a legal way. You don't need to be a doctor.
Right.
You don't need, and I'm asking him, like, do I need to be a doctor? Do I need to be? He said you yourself behind the camera can get into this business and make money and be successful.
Yes. So
with no hesitation, it ain't no color thing. It's like, yo, it's here. It's up to. But I don't really see us taking the advantage. You know what I'm saying?
And then now, just like when I mentioned it, I sent out about 35, 40 texts.
Okay.
And the text said, you know, hey, what are your thoughts about cannabis? Are you interested in possible new opportunities that are open up? And I got a very response. And there was some people immediately said, no, that there was a moral conflict, because obviously, you know,
I was going to ask about that question. That was another question. What is it that we have such a crazy moral compass that, like, I mean, I know the government has told us all these years that it's been illegal, so we like to follow the law or whatever, especially the older parents and certain people. Like my mother, I'm Haitian. She looks at marijuana as crack cocaine or something extremely, you know, and I've dealt with that in my personal life, you know what I'm saying, dealing back and forth and things like that. But what is it that, you know, we could get the people to know, like, whoa, this is like selling water. This is like selling, you know what I'm saying, selling anything healthy, like Dr. Sabi, you know what I'm saying, sea moss. There's really not too much of a difference. If you could explain and expound on that.
Dr. Sabi swore by it, you know, till his last days. You know, let's say this first of all. Anything can be used irresponsibly.
Yes.
You know, food, you know, water.
Yes.
The management or mismanagement of your time. So if it's a matter of someone being undisciplined and willing to utilize anything to one's harm, that can be done. Now, for those who can really understand what the major benefits are, that's why there was a governmental onslaught of propaganda. For those of you, maybe you can even research or Google, remember Reefer Madness? That was released decades ago. It was a movie that presented reefer as if it was this drug that caused people to want to go crazy and commit murder and violent acts. And, and this was never the case. But again, a large campaign, again, when you make something illegal, you have the right to now support the criminal industrial complex. Now you can also make a market, because you know the government has a hand in this. There's no drugs that come to the United States without it being sanctioned. So let's get real. When we really start talking about what the main drivers of this economy is, then we really start to you know, all of the secrets will be coming out. And those are deeper issues probably for other shows, but today this is one of the major venues in New York, the Javis Center. And this is the national, even international interest. I've interacted and networked with folks from Germany. There's folks here from Israel. I met a sister from Japan.
This is amazing.
Yeah, they're here because they see the opportunity. I didn't see any brothers and sisters from Africa yet, though. Africa is not in the house. African Americans are here. My brother out of Haiti is here, but it is not enough of our faces. But you're here too. What's been some of your impact? What did some of your interviews tell you about what's going on with this situation?
Well, it's been telling me that it's legal. It's like, and it's not really that hard to get into. They're making it easy for us to get into it. But we're not aware, or we're not even trying. I think we're caught up in just I'm not gonna say bullshitting, but we're caught up in just
misinformation.
Yes, we're caught up in just, because I see the brothers like, oh yeah, I can't, like, how we gonna get on that next level? Because you driving your car, they smell it, you tucking, you doing. So it's like, we don't have to do that.
Why not get a credential so that, because, sir, I smell weed. This is my license. You have any other problem? Officer, thank you. You have a nice day.
Exactly.
And beyond with it. But now, the other part of that is now the average brother has a right to be a little bit leery.
No, I understand.
You know, because, you know, the rules and laws and stuff always have a little side thing with us.
That's a fact.
That's why it's critical to have your stuff tight. That's why I sat in on the seminars, how to license, how to market, how to find out what all the different little tricks and traps are. And the few brothers that I did get, you know, from that bond, they pulled me right in and said, brother, this is what you need to do. So we are here, just not in enough numbers. Now, it is legal, but New York is one of the roughest states.
Yeah, they said it's not legal in New York. That's what he did tell me.
Yes,
you're
right. And we are in New York. So I know your following is national, it's not even international. So there are brothers, if you're talking about the United States, there are other states that you can get
Denver,
ready to
Colorado,
run.
And
yes, but New York, now we got to move a little slower. You got to network with brothers like us, because I'm getting all the information. We're going to make either a contact number available with this upload, or some way for those who are serious. And also, we got brothers and sisters in social media. Brother Garfield, in his uploads, he's regularly had experts dealing with the financial aspect. So we're not saying we're the first to deal with it, but on the ground at Javis, doing the work, meeting the people, interviewing some of the. We are the ones. You are helping me make this happen. So, but we need your participation. So if you're truly interested If you think there's a moral conflict, reach out to me and let's explore that, because it is an herb. It grows from the earth. The medicinal purposes have been documented not just for years, decades, for centuries.
Our native ancestors before this town was destroyed and turned into pavement roads and buildings.
Yes.
They did it like, you know.
Yes, but it was some
different spiritual purposes and different things.
Yeah, the reason it was suppressed because the 1% had their money in other places. They had it in oil, they had it in lumber. And they said, man, this stuff is growing, we can't control it, we can't make money off it the way we want to, let's criminalize it.
Basically, propaganda has created such a confusion, because that's what it seems like. You know, the propaganda of marijuana has created us to be in this situation where we have no real understanding of how to even deal with marijuana.
And propaganda is only effective when you don't seek out other sources of information. If you're only getting your information from the person that's trying to control your thought and your behavior, what else are you going to do besides act out what they designed for you? So again, we are down here on the ground to find out all the things that are going on and to get as wide a view of this situation and this opportunity, because it's going to happen, it's going to come. Now, we can ignore it, we can oppose it, or we can position ourselves to take advantage of it. Now, I know we have many different belief systems and spiritual beliefs and economical beliefs, but if you are in America, this is a capitalist system. Now, I don't say that from the point of, okay, let's just run rampant in it and just do like they've done, use to exploit people. That's why our drive has been from right off the box. This has to be connected to releasing those brothers that's right now in jail.
That's what I was going to get onto.
Yeah, they ain't got it. If you ain't connecting this to that, no. Because I ain't going to look to make any more money till we can get some of our brothers free. These both have to go hand in hand. So that's the position I'm taking as I'm gathering knowledge. So this is an opportunity. It is.
That is the real fight, because when you think about it, to see all of these different faces, all of these different cultures of, you know, Caucasian people and things like that, but it's a lot of brothers that's a lot behind bars strictly for selling marijuana. So with all of these legalities and all of it becoming legal, do you think they will, like, they have to kind of let these brothers go, right?
Yeah, I think so. And then don't get me wrong, not just of having, a lot of times the smell of marijuana was their pretext for a brother to have an encounter with law enforcement.
I know
so
what you
even
mean.
when it's more free and legalized, that smell doesn't even give license for somebody to run up on you.
Yep.
Because I smoke. What up? And just leave it at that. Thank you, good brother. Excellent. Okay. Well, we're gonna do a public service announcement. One of the brothers I was speaking to earlier, he just dropped the flyer. Again, it's about the network and the build. They've seen us. They've been actually following us around because they see what we bring in.
That's dope.
We bring it. And the brother pulled me on the side and said, man, thank you for asking that question. He said, I was wondering about that, and I'm glad you asked. So, you know, we are doing the work. And just again, this is what social media is about. This is what grassroots journalism is about. Serious stories. So brothers and sisters, let's step away from the battles and the fights and the innuendos. That's pulling critical energy away from issues we need to be confronting. You know, our sisters are still missing down in D.C.
That's crazy.
You know, we still got crimes that are taking place that need our attention. There are ailments. HIV is not even spoken of. Our black women are still the highest affected by that ailment. And there's so many important things we need to speak about. So this beef and who pronounces this correctly and that correctly and who...
It's not about that no more.
Yeah, that will be checked, but that can't be the center stage of what we in social media about. And then for those who feed on that, because I look at what gets the numbers, and some of y'all feed on that stuff, and you got to look at yourself and ask. Because I remember back with BET when that was heyday. You know, remember the videos with, you know, the G-strings and how women had, those had the highest ratings.
BET Uncut.
Highest ratings. Who was watching that?
You know.
It was us.
Yes.
So we got to look at our diet. Why are you so interested in beef, in problems? And then when there's an upload about something serious and meaningful, that doesn't get the numbers. What does that say about us and what our real interest is? So again,
That's
I'm glad
so real.
I'm connecting with this brother because he's serious about putting forth information that's going to benefit us. You know, I see, you know, so much of myself in him.
Nah,
he's young,
love.
he's
Thank
hungry, you know, and he's not afraid to put in his time. So I can do nothing but work with a young brother like this.
Brother Smalls, I wanted to say, man, speaking to brothers like myself, brothers like my brother Chess, you know what I'm saying? Like, just speaking to the dudes that might be apprehensive, might be like, just one day check this video out. If you could speak to them directly, the brothers and the sisters, about, yo, switching their hustle, changing the tune.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If you could talk to them directly, what would you say to them about this?
I would say, yeah, you know, I have a whole concept just about, you know, right now, you know, the hustler, what a hustler is right now.
Entrepreneur in my mind.
But back, hustlers one time was brothers making a way out of nowhere.
Okay.
Because we were blocked out of employment.
Okay.
So you was a hustler, you figured out a way to generate economics for your family to provide.
Yes.
That was a hustle, that was a grinder. Now it got co-opted because when a hustler became someone who was selling poison to our people.
Yeah.
A drug dealer was never a hustler. A drug dealer was a parasite. It was a cancer. And we lost generations behind those cancers. And I see people still, in our community, still deified. You know, oh man, I remember when, I don't want to call their names, but you know, they are the names. And, you know, maybe I should call them, but you know, there was the Nicky Barnes era. You know, there was the era where celebrities
The Rich and Alpo, we grew up, Paid in Full is like one of the biggest movies of our generation. Belly and them selling coke and getting killed, and we kind of do glorify that in a sense. And Jay-Z, what he say? 14 drug dealing, ask my accountant, and you know what I'm saying?
You know, and that's, you know, and for him it might be artistic, you know, whatever.
The
but
allure
no,
of being
the young brothers is thinking this is real, and they trying to live by these. Even with Biggie, the 10 laws, or the 10
crack commandments.
10 crack commandments, and so this glorification, that was never hustling. That was never hustling. The brother who go downtown and find an item for $2 and come uptown and sell it for $5, that was hustling. A brother who would physically do work around the community based on the skills he learned, that was hustling. Making a job for yourself was hustling. Whenever you took on something that poisoned your people, you became a parasite and a cancer. And until we change that dynamic and stop our young people from continuing to this day to glorify those men, the only ones I can glorify if they come before the community and say right now. And then the other thing with Frank Lucas, you know, I did security for Denzel at that premiere. That movie glorified that process too much. Until they come before the community and said, I was a dupe, I was used, please accept my apology for the poison, and then spend the rest of their lives trying to do whatever they can to rehabilitate all the lives that they ruined.
Speaking on that, what do you think about the brother Ricky Ross? I mean, Rick Ross. He's kind of, in a sense, I feel like doing that after all the years of him. He's giving it, talking about how the government was the ones who infiltrated, talking about how this ain't the lifestyle. Selling drugs was like, that was just a means. I was an idiot. I didn't even know what I was doing. And him doing that, and then him trying to, in a sense, kind of fix or right the wrongs.
That has to be commended. Now, and I'm hoping that reflects in his lyrics too.
No, not the big fat rapper, the actual Rick Ross, who was in the 70s in California, who did 20 years in the penitentiary.
I thought the rapper.
No, I'm talking about the real Rick Ross.
Okay.
The real
he's
freeway
on
Ricky
record
Ross.
right now?
Yes, on record on Vlad TV, speaking and actually talking about the whole Iran-Contra, being a part of the whole situation, being co-opted by the government, spending years in jail, and learning the whole system of how, of why, and how he was he said, I'm to blame. He takes blame for poisoning thousands of people and going across the world and selling coke and making it, you know what I'm saying?
See, that's woke. That's consciousness. You know, that's realizing you made an error. And now you're coming back trying to make amends. First speaking that truth, then trying to wake up those that you helped give the sleeping pills to. But owning it. You know, you have to respect that. So yeah, I mean, anybody who can take that position, but again, until we start to demystify and deglorify that whole concept of you know, the baller, the drug dealer, well, okay, I'm gonna put the baller because an athlete that has used his skill to get contracts and make money, but then even with them, the money is spent frivolously. You know, a $40,000 chain, and then some brothers say, okay, why can't he have it? And okay, and there's a place for that, but We have so many needs.
Yeah, so much suffering going on. Sometimes it's like it seems inconsiderate in a sense.
It's just it's a delicate issue because I like seeing my people do well.
Of course,
I love seeing my people
brother
do well.
shining.
Yeah,
so I call you son because you shine like
yeah.
one.
I like
of course,
them to shine with still having love for their people. You know, when I shine, I'm gonna make sure that light is gonna hit a whole bunch of folks around me, and I just want a lot more of them to have that mindset. And a brother I respect who rose like that so much is LeBron. You know, an athlete like that. And I tell you, I'm not a big basketball fan. I know his team didn't do well.
Yeah.
I don't care. That brother never wins another championship. I will support him for the rest of my life because of the stance he's taken as a black man, as a husband, as a father. That means more to me than any ring or any title. So I mean that's the standard I hold black men to when they accomplish this wealth and this power. How much grace are they extending to those who are still trying to make a way in a system that's very antagonist towards our mere existence, let alone our advancement.
Brother Smalls, now I have to take another stance on this marijuana thing. For the people who say, yo, marijuana is not good, my kid smokes it too much, and I don't want them to be involved in this situation, they're lazy, they're not really, you know, focused and things like that. You know, and I know it's not the same as being in the association of marijuana business, not like just getting weed and whatever like that, but what do you say to those kids who are addicted to marijuana? I guess, you know, they're addicted, who smoke every single day of their life. 3, 4, 5 L's, and like, you know what I'm saying? That's a regular. I live it, I see it, I know it. This is a natural thing that I see all the time. So what do you say to those parents who might say, that's why I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to deal with that.
And if that's been their experience, how can they not feel that way?
Okay.
They see their son, their daughter, their niece, their nephew, life being suspended because it can't be a suspension tool. If you are not self-motivated, you want to just chill all the time. You can't chill all the time. You know, you gotta educate yourself. You gotta employ yourself. And if you stool up in mommy and daddy's house, you gotta get someplace to live. So this is not to open up the gate just for you to just, you know, spaz out in fantasy world. But there are those who reach higher realms with marijuana, who connect a little higher spiritually. There are thoughts that come when certain channels are open. Now, it can be done naturally through meditation and other ways. There are those who are proponents of certain mushrooms. There are other things.
Ayahuasca and all these things.
And again, these are thousands of years of history, but it wasn't of abuse. It was done almost, the shamans have a series of different herbs that they do to use to transcend certain psychological realms. So, but a parent, I am not asking anyone to immediately release any of your beliefs. All I'm saying is leave a little room open to do some research and explore and find out about it before you use old prejudices to block you from something that, one, could be an opportunity, two, it could be something for you to have a conversation with that young person that is involved. And they say, whoa, you like it that much?
Get into the business. That's real shit.
There was a sister I worked with, Veronica Kitt, as a matter of fact, she was instrumental in getting the brother up in here. She's the owner of 360 Media Group. She rose with Nat Wood. She has a team of folks. When I told her I sent 35 texts. I sent one to her. And she said, Herman, man, find out what you can. I got a nephew that knows herbs better than anybody, or he could smoke one time and tell you that herb, what kind of effect it's going to have. And he said, but that's all he does. And I said, Roddy, okay, that he needs to just keep that skill set, but now convert it so now he can have consultations with people. He could be
our scientist. He could be our little doctor, figuring out Yes, so this is real. There are real opportunities. Even if someone is even in a situation where they're conducting themselves with marijuana undisciplined, they can have that converted. You let somebody see some paper coming their way based on a love and something they already enjoy, I think it could be a very strong motivator to them being an entrepreneur and changing aspects of their life. I really, really believe that. And just in case we don't get Governor Ventura today, I wanted to know, what was your conversation like, and how did you see his sentiment about the issues you did bring about that?
Yeah, I've kind of, you know, I've been feeling, you know, Ventura for a minute now. He's always
he talks
been
about a lot of deep subjects.
You know, he's been on this maverick kick for a minute now, and he's been bucking the government. He's been bucking the norm. And he's been able to speak fearlessly, you know, and I admire
being
that.
in the government and being a part of it and seeing it firsthand.
And
that's what makes it dope.
And being castigated by the government and lost opportunities.
Yes.
Even in the speech he made today, he was lined up ready to go for a major national show until the calls start coming in. Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you giving him that opportunity? It was related to his positions. And they said, do you think he might change his mind? And he said, no, he held to his principles. Guess what? He lost that opportunity. So you are going to lose some stuff when you stand on your square. But
That's
anything you get off your square ain't going to serve you. So you getting a whole bunch of stuff, but you ain't standing on righteousness or truth, that stuff is going to turn on you.
That's respect.
So I don't care how much you getting or how well you driving or how good you dressing. If you are selling your soul for that, or you selling out your people for that, you're going to have a price to pay. We're coming to a time of judgment, especially even back to the conscious community, those who've been, you know, taking advantage of our folks. That's not going to continue to happen. Our people's resentment and anger is at a point where it's like, that is done. If you're not stepping before the people with your best attempts at bringing good things to them, your place in our community is going to be removed. We're at that place now.
Yo, Professor Smalls. I mean,
I ain't a professor yet, but I'm working on it.
Brother Smalls, man, I truly appreciate this opportunity again, man, and you definitely have helped motivate me to continue to do what I do, and you know, like you said, man, continue staying on your square. And man, I'm happy that we're here. And where could the people follow you so you know they could hit you up in case you know they want to be more a part of this?
Okay, now most folks in social media got to know me through my work with Brother Sarnetto on Black News 102.
That's a fact.
Most don't even know I have my own channel. It's called Stairway, and the stair is Steel Talk and Iron Responses Way. And they can go to that Stairway and they can find me on there. But I will always be, you know, working with all the young people that bring the kind of energy that you brought.
Is there an email or a Twitter or Instagram or something we can reach out?
You know what? I'm still a dinosaur with some of this stuff. I don't have Instagram, I don't have Twitter.
You need the gram, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing. I'm on Facebook, but I gotta be. I'm not really interested in taking on any more friends. I got about 140 now, and that's kind of good for me.
Just for business, for the people who are on, because you know the new generation. This is how they. This is how they conversate.
Yes, I'm on Facebook and under my name, Herman Smalls, so they can find me there. And my email is Herman, my first name, my name of my company, Specialized Fitness @gmail.com. Herman Specialized Fitness @gmail.com. Get at me. I will definitely respond.
She looking for the unicorn, but will call you when she asking who to call. Ball in the building like it's demolition. Knew that I was coming with it. Premonition. Been a minute, but I found the winning ticket. I don't know them numbers, they ain't listed in my contact, but I'm independent, catching. One time at the big and I ain't too proud. Don't let it go to your head, it might weigh you down. Emotions.
Yo, I got goons in your tenement. For that cabbage, let us in. We kicking indoors for that cheddar, man. For that bread, keep toasting, we'll send them in. I'm with the have-nots, groupies. These stroll by, I got the crack rock, boofies. Down Murder Ave with the stash box, hoopty. Just another product of that matchbox, Lucy.
Ain't even been a 424 since they let me up out the door. Since my freedom to be restored, I'm already declaring war. Cause for the past couple years, I've been fiending to get a chance. I've been fiending to see my name on $1 million advances. For the past couple years, I've been watching y'all from the sideline. I'm back at the score table, it's my time. The stakes high, I'm a new jack in the city. By the time my stock arises, I'm taking over the city like really, And I might just do it with Diddy. I know they wouldn't like that, and I might just do it with 50.
All my wrists is frogs. All my